Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Juliana and today I'm going to be showing you guys how I straighten my hair. I don't honestly straighten my hair super often. I'm definitely more of a natural hair girl, but my hair's in that awkward spot between wavy and curly and straight. Like, it's never going to be one or the other unless I do something to it, which is why I love for special occasions being able to straighten it. I am so lucky today. I was sent this Kipozi hair straightener. This is a fantastic product and I can't wait to walk you guys through it. So in today's video, I'm just going to be showing you, kind of the holiday look that I would use. Unfortunately, this year I know there's a lot less going on, less parties, less outing with friends, but something that's kind of, simple and relaxed, but something you could definitely like zhuzh up and make more fancy if you're going to a bigger occasion. I already did like a super casual makeup look to go with this so that you guys can kind of see how it all fits together to be a full look. And I wore like a simple little holiday dress I've worn to tons of Christmas dinners, a turtleneck from Urban Outfitters. If it still exists, I'll link it down below, but for now, let's just get right into the video. So this actually comes packaged really, really nicely, and when you open it up, you are presented with another box, which I think is just really, really cute. And the box flips open and you have a couple different compartments in there. So when you open up this compartment, you see that you have a bag up here which has the straightener in it, and then this little compartment here says supplemental tools. So I'll show you the straightener first. Again, it has a cute little carrying bag in case you don't want to bring the box with you places. And then inside the box you have the straightener, and it's this pretty pink color. It unlocks when you pull on it. You can open it up. It's about that wide. It's quite a big barrel, honestly. And then you have the adjustments for the temperature and such, which I'll show you guys in a moment. Now in this other compartment, you've got a couple things I think are really helpful. It's never come with a straightener of mine before. It comes with two of these pins for, like pinning your hair back, which I think is actually kind of helpful. It comes with a glove in case you're someone who burns yourself. I've definitely had my fair share of burns with straighteners and curlers. And then last but not least, it comes with a comb, and I think that's actually like a nice little touch. Very helpful that it comes with those other products. So when you first plug the straightener in, you'll see it says off. I don't know how clearly that's gonna come through for you guys, but right here it does say off. And to turn the straightener on, you just twist this bottom barrel and it starts giving you degree options. So that automatically went to 330 degrees and it's heating up quite quickly. But I can adjust that temperature to anything I want. The lowest being 230 degrees and the highest being 450 degrees. So we're gonna put it somewhere in the middle. I'm gonna put it at 300 degrees. And as you can see, I really don't know how well you can see this because it's a very small light, but it's heating up so quickly and you can actually see the temperature gauge changing. And you know what? It is heating much faster than any straightener I've had before. I will definitely say that. I have to be careful where I set this down while I'm talking about other things. So this product I did not get from Kipozi, but I wanted to mention it quickly. It is super important whenever you're working with heat and your hair to be using something that protects you. Personally, I use this Redken product. I've used lots of other products before that have also worked. There are a few good Tresemme heat protectants, but I always put this in my hair before I do any kind of heat styling, whether that be curling, straightening, or even just drying my hair. And that is how you protect your hair and keep it shiny and keep it luscious. So I wanted to remind you guys about the importance of that. What I really like about this straightener is that the temperature is adjustable, so you do have the option to go anywhere from 230 degrees to 450 degrees, which is quite a range. So depending on your hair type, you can definitely find some kind of temperature that works for you. Personally, although I have fine hair, I do find I have to set it to at least 330 degrees to get it to be really straight, and actually a little bit hotter if I'm going to do curls. And that's the other great thing about this. As technology has improved, you can actually now do curls with a straightener, and there are tons of videos out there on doing that. I do that sometimes for myself, but I feel like my hair personally comes out better straight. So I'm going to section off my hair into two parts and we can get started. I don't always section off my hair to straighten it. It depends on how good I want it to come out. Like if I want it to last the whole day and every part of it to be straight, I definitely think that sectioning it off is better. So once I have it sectioned top and bottom, I section it left and right so that I have two sides that I can straighten. I find that that's the best way to make sure I don't miss any parts. And then when I straighten, I go from front to back, whereas when I curl, I go from back to front. I don't know why I do it like that, but it just seems like it's the more convenient way to do it. I'm gonna bring you guys in a little bit closer so you can see what I'm doing, and I'm gonna start straightening it. I have kind of long hair, which is kind of awkward for the video because it's hard to fit all the hair on the camera, but you guys will see what I'm doing. So I try to pick even size sections, all of which are kind of this big. I don't know how big that is in terms of inches. I know in most hair videos, people are like, oh, it's a blah, blah, blah inch section, but I really don't know what that constitutes. But I make sure that I start the straightener right at the very top of my hair and I bring it down relatively slowly so that I can make sure that it's really straightening. And I let that fall against me. I take a look at it to make sure it's all straight. I kind of see how in the back this part didn't straighten fully, which makes it look to me like I'm gonna have to pass the straightener over it again. I don't always go over every section twice, but sometimes you do need to. Yeah, see how much better that looks. And then I move on and I keep going on to the next section. I try to keep all the hair I haven't done yet behind my shoulder and all the hair I already have done kind of in front of my ear. And I find that's the best way to keep track of the sections and to make sure that they're not getting blended together, because otherwise you're gonna end up with little sections of hair that just didn't get done at any point. And sometimes I bring them together and I make sure that they're blended, just like that. So you can definitely see a very big difference between, we'll take a small section from this side of my head, between something like this, where I have kind of straight and then a kind of curl at the bottom, and this, which is like a pin straight section of hair. I also just find that when your hair is straight, it feels a lot softer. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and do this whole side of my head and I'm gonna get back to you guys. I love watching this sped up. It is just so satisfying. But while I'm speeding these up, I'm gonna talk about some of the benefits of using a Kipozi straightener. All right, so that's that full first side done now. Honestly, it only took me maybe maximum 5 minutes, definitely less actually, maybe like 3 to 5 minutes to do this side. I'm gonna go ahead and do the other side now, but I just wanted to give you guys a comparison. The straightened side just looks so much more put together to me, and you definitely don't see as many flyaways. I don't know why my hair is like that. I have layers that I like having, but I find that I just have so many little bits that are always sticking out, and once they're straightened, you really don't see those. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the other side now, and then we'll meet back up to do the top. It has titanium plates and worldwide voltage. It also heats up in 30 seconds or less depending on what temperature you're putting it to, and it has temperatures between 230 degrees and 450. I love the LED display that shows you what temperature the straightener is set to. Alright you guys, so now I have both sides done. That easily took less than 10 minutes. And the very last thing I do before I move on to the top layer is I make sure that the back is perfectly straightened. So usually I have someone who I'm home with like come in and tell me if it's looking straight. But if I don't have someone around like I do right now, I take that back middle section, the ones that were the most likely to get missed, and I just run the straightener over that section itself a few times just to make sure that all those hairs got straightened. I'm pretty confident I got them anyway because I did do this pretty meticulously, but I just do that a few times and that makes sure that everything gets straightened. It's also, I find, a lot more important on your very top layer to make sure you got the back, not so much the bottom layer, but still I like to have it all done. Now this might be a controversial step in a straightening routine, but before I take down my top layer, I'm gonna section away my bottom layer so it doesn't get mixed up with the other hair. The best ways to do this are either with an Invisibobble, because those won't cause a crease in your hair, or with these exact kind of clips that came with the straightening set, because if you take out the top one, then you have two and you just do the two sides and you can't even tell that you did it. Now, the reason I do this is because if I want to get every single bit on the top straightened, I have to make sure that the bottom is not getting in my way. So I just do that on both sides. Now that's the whole bottom layer sectioned away and I'm good to do the top without them getting mixed up. So with this layer, there is one other thing I have to kind of pay attention to. I had curtain bangs cut into my hair pretty recently, and I do really like them, but they kind of pose a bit of an issue when you're straightening them because when they're not at a certain length, they look kind of weird straightened, and it looks a lot better if you kind of just curl them away from your face. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do. So for this layer, I'm actually gonna straighten my hair, starting with the back, moving toward the front, and then do my bangs very last. So I'm gonna go ahead, straighten out that entire part there, and then I'm gonna do my bangs last, and I'll show you guys exactly how I do those. It automatically turns off if you leave it on for 60 minutes, which is so useful and can definitely stop a lot of incidents. And also it's a multi-styler, meaning you could also use it to do straightener curls. Okay, so that's that whole layer straightened, and that means I can let out the bottom layer, which makes me look like I have a lot more hair. For a second there, it kind of looked like I was balding. But here are the two layers. And I actually ended up straightening my bangs just to show you guys what they look like. I don't think they look as good as they could this way, and frankly, I find that they never get perfectly straight. You can kind of see what I mean on this side, and even more on this side, I think. It's not that I hate it like this, I just don't think it's super flattering. Kind of looks like you have like, I don't know, it just looks like it's all a different length. I don't really like the look, gives me mullet vibes. So I do take these pieces and lightly curl them toward the back. And I don't mean like a full straightener curl, I mean I just legitimately like angle them toward the back. So I'll show you guys exactly what I mean here. I mean, you kind of can work with this straighten like that, but I find it a lot easier if you just do exactly this. So I get the little bit of hair together, and I'm gonna go as if I'm gonna straighten it. So I'm gonna put the hair on the same way, and I'm just gonna twist it a little bit toward the back as I go. So you guys will see exactly what I mean here. Just like that. and it kind of just gives you like a little bit of a swept look, kind of as if it's going toward the back. It's very, very subtle. When I'm curling my hair, I do just kind of do like a full curl toward the back, gives you more of a blowout look, but something like this just makes it so it goes evenly and drapes toward the back of the hair. I'll do the same thing on this side, you guys will see exactly what I mean again. Very simply, just a little curl toward the back. And then it just kind of gives you that swept away from the face. This one kind of has to be, nope, that's right. Doing something like that does give you the look of curtain bangs that's most popular. It gives you like swept away from your face, very simple, without having like the little curl at the end, which I think is cute, but not everybody does. So now that I'm done using my curler, I'm going to turn it off, which is just a squeeze together and pull like that. That turns it right off. It does cool down very, very quickly, so you don't have to worry about burning yourself. Once I'm completely done doing my hair, there are a few products I use. I'm not gonna show you guys them in this video, I'll show them in another video, but I do have some different hair oils I like to use that are all really, really good. I especially like using argan oil in my hair. I just find it gives like a little bit more bounce, brings back a little bit of the moisture after I dry it out with straightening. But again, if you do use a heat protectant, you're a lot better off. I do want to thank Kipozi again for sending me this. This was an amazing product. I'm so grateful to have it. I feel like I have a really, really good quality straightener now. So I am going to link Kipozi down below. I think I'll have a discount code for you guys as well, which is awesome. I'll leave that down below as well. You guys can shop through the link on Amazon. I definitely 100% recommend this product. It is perfect. But anyway, you guys, this is the final product, straightened with my curtain bangs going away from my face. I think that is super cute, super casual, super easy for any kind of Christmas event. You can obviously pair it with something that's a little more dressed up or some casual makeup, whatever works for you. Don't forget to comment down below other videos you want to see, whether those be Christmas related or otherwise. Like this video so I'm encouraged to make more videos, and most importantly, subscribe to my channel. You guys have been so supportive recently and I'm incredibly appreciative, but if you're not subscribed yet, don't forget to subscribe now. Have a very Merry Christmas and very happy holidays, and I will see you guys in the next video.